Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the Locks of the Day podcast. This is episode number 42. I'm here once again with Andrew and Zach. Today, we're back here with some premium locks for you for the free. It's a second round of playoffs, so we have to keep you locked in during these times. Today, we got NHL, tennis, NBA in that order. We've been on an absolute tear, so obviously don't miss out on these free locks, okay? We're going to get right into it. Andy, you got the NHL three-star kid? Go ahead and give it to him.
Yes, sir. Got a little Golden Knights game, little Oilers, little game two in Vegas. We're gonna take the Golden Knights money line. It's a must-win game two here. Can't go back to Edmonton down 2-0. Vegas with the home ice. They need to take advantage of that. They are one of the hardest teams to beat at home, and it's been like that since they joined the league in 2017. And this year was no different. They won 29 games and only lost nine at home. That's stupid. Like 29 and 9 at home is like that's something you need to take advantage of when it comes playoff time. Like you wouldn't think being in Vegas, being like a huge tourist attraction, like you wouldn't think you would have loyal fans, but they got more than loyal fans. They got some hardcore fans there. Like they root for their sports teams, man. Like the Raiders and Golden Knights, like they love their team. So Vegas, man, they're committed. Uh, and Golden Knights have only missed the playoffs 1 year out of the 8 years that they've been around. And their home playoff record is 34-19, which is 64%. So I'll ride with that winning percentage at home, and with the price of minus 135, I'll take the Knights at a minus 135. So let's get that series of 1-1 tonight. And let's ride the Golden Knights, and Zach will give you a two-star.
Yeah, so the two stars going to be pretty much the same thing as what you just said. It's going to be the Carolina Hurricanes money line at a minus 135. We're going to ride Carolina. They got the hot hand. They took game one where they pretty much dominated that game against the Capitals. In this case, I think it's just we're taking some experience. The Hurricanes have been in the playoffs over like the last 3 to 4 years. Capitals are back for the first time in a couple of years, and I'm not too sold on the Capitals. I think this team is a regular season team. I think, this was a big thing for them to get Ovi his record this year and to really perform well. Um, I would say pretty much kind of how I see it is that without Logan Thompson, this team is a very average team. Logan Thompson, I think, really carried this team all year. Without him, the other goalie, Charlie Lindgren, was a pretty slightly above average goalie this year, but Logan Thompson going 31, 6, and 6 kind of solidified how good he really was this year if he had played in more games. So, if Logan Thompson can't save 25 to 30 shots a game, then this team's in trouble. And you saw that last game where they got outshot 33 to 14 and couldn't, and almost won, but couldn't find a way to get the job done. And I see the same thing happening tonight. So we're gonna ride the Hurricanes again. They got the hot hand, so we'll take Hurricanes money line minus 135.
Easy. So there's your NHL playoff locks. We got the Knights and the Hurricanes. So now we're going to roll right into the tennis locks for you. I'll start it off with the three-star, which is scheduled at 2:30 p.m. Eastern time. The three-star will be Gennaro Olivieri, money line, plus 140 versus Lataro Midone. Now, Olivieri is number 286 in the world, while Midone is number 316 in the world. This match will be on clay, which is both of their best surfaces. Obviously, these are both lower end players, although Olivieri has beaten some good players in his past. He's had some solid matches in his past as well. I've always keeping a little eye on him. But like I said, he's obviously a lower tier type dude. You're not going to see these guys going in a grand slam or anything like that. Never. Madone is actually 2-0 against Oliveira, though, and he's cooked him both times, which I don't really understand how. And I just don't see how he could beat him three times in a row because, in my opinion, Oliveira is better in almost every way. So I'm truthfully not that impressed with Madone at all. Just shocked he even beat him once. And yeah, I just lock in. It's not happening again. He's not going 3-0 against him because he's not the better player. So I just don't see how that would be possible. Expect a little Olivieri bounce back match, especially because he's been playing very well his past like 4 to 5 matches. So lock in a three-star Gennaro Olivieri moneyline plus 140. Then in the same tournament, scheduled for 1 p.m. Eastern time, so get this one in, a little early start. 2-star Gianluca Major moneyline plus 100 versus Pedro Diaz. Major is number 451 in the world, as Diaz is number 398 in the world. Once again, obviously a lower tiered matchup, and this will be on clay. Like I said, it's the same tournament, so it's a low tier tournament. You're not getting any crazy high end guys. And these guys would never compete in a major either. But the reason I like Major more is he's simply just more experienced. You have a 30-year-old Major versus a 22-year-old Diaz who really hasn't done anything on tour. Major's played many solid players back in his day and even recently, and he's competed, if not beat many of them, actually. He is a good player on clay. And Diaz is still newer on the scene. Like I said, hasn't beaten too many good players yet, so I simply can't trust that guy. So it's both their best surfaces. Expect a solid match, but I believe Major being a slight dog is beautiful value here. So lock in a 2-star Gianluca Major moneyline plus 100. And we'll get it right into NBA. Andy, give him the 3-star kid.
Yep. 3-star for tonight for NBA will be T-Wolves minus 10.5. Golden State, I think they're going to throw in the towel in this game. They already got what they wanted in Minnesota. They got their one win out of the way. Wouldn't be surprised if T-Wolves blow them out by 30 or more. No Curry for the Warriors. Yeah, it wasn't a problem game one, but T-Wolves also shot like shit last game. They shot the three ball at 17%. They only made five last game. Uh, don't see that happening again. Um, I think what you're going to see is exactly what happened last night in the Nuggets and Thunder game. Nuggets won game one. Showed up to game two. They actually didn't show up to game two. They just got pounded by 50. And yeah, I think that's exactly what's going to happen tonight. A vet team, the Warriors, they're going to want to go back home, get the rest, forget about game two, and then continue the series. So that's why I love the T-Wolves tonight. They're going to pound them. Then they're going to go to the Golden State. Then Golden State, Curry's got to get healthy. All these guys are going to, Butler's old. It's like Draymond's 100. It's like these guys, they know what position they're in. And Golden State, like they have the team right now to do it. Like, but they got a young team in front of them, the T-Wolves, who they're dangerous. Like Edwards is different. That dude's crazy. So then you got Naz Reid coming off the bench dropping 20 a game. So I mean that's a tough team to play against. Like, but love the T-Wolves here minus 10.5. Lock that one in as a 3-star, and Zach will give you it too.
Yeah. Funny you mentioned Nas Reed. That's going to be our 2-star. It's going to be Nas Reed over 1.5 3-pointers at a minus 180. Not a bad one. I expected this line to kind of be set at 2.5, but they have him at 1.5. If you're looking for some value, 3+3s is plus 150 on Fanatics, and that's where we're getting our numbers from when we're recording this. But with Nas Reed, he gets good playing time coming off the bench. He played 34 minutes last game against the Warriors. This Warriors team, you're going to see Nas Reed play a little bit more. Even though the Warriors do have a center, they do like to go smaller because their better defensive players are going to be smaller. And just looking at Nas Reed during the playoffs, he's hit this clip 4 to 6 times. She struggled with it a little bit towards the end of the year, but during the month of March, he hit this 12 out of 14 times. And I like the odds on it. Being 2.5, it's a little bit juicy, but for 1.53s is better than 2.53s. It's one less. So I don't mind it, especially for someone at the end of the year that didn't hit it that well and is now starting to do a little bit better with it now in the playoffs. Like we said, 4 for 6, 66% clip. And he was 3 for 7 in his last game. So he's shooting them. He's shooting about 5 to 7 per game. So all he's got to do is make 2 for 5, 3 for 7, 3 for 6. Not bad. So Nas Reed over 1.53s minus 180. That's going to be our 2-star.
Love it. And I got one thing to add. T-Wolves by 1 million.
Yeah.
Lock it in.
Million.
By 1 million.
Million.
Argue with a wall.
They're
T-Wolves
just
by 1
yapping
million.
about how they can't hit shots. Yada, yada, yada. Watch. They're going to hit fucking 100 threes tonight.
By 1 million.
300.
This game, like, You lock in T-Will's spread. That's all I'm going to say.
380.
Just lock it in. But all right, so there's your locks for NHL, tennis, NBA. T-Wolves heavy tonight. And that will wrap up podcast number 42 for Locks of the Day. So we thank you very much for tuning in, and we will see you once again next Thursday. Get them in. Peace.